seemed a bit of a scrap that you found a way to win. Is that the way you saw it?
Yeah, I thought it was a really tough, hard-fought contest overall for the night. I mean, Collingwood came, as we knew they would, with their pressure, and that forced a number of errors, but it made it a really strong contest the whole night.
Did you find anything else about your side tonight?
Oh, I think it was, you learn all the time. And again, we'll reflect and we'll look at the game and review and see, what we take out of it. But I thought, to Collingwood's real credit, they came with a strong, fierce contest and forced a lot of errors on our behalf. So there's some things we can keep working on. But I thought, to our guys' credit, they really dug in, and the weight of numbers sort of fell our way. I thought we had a nice deep group of players who really contributed on the night.
Did you miss? Did you notice Lev's absence tonight?
Oh, probably too early to reflect on that, but clearly not having him there, he's a guy that generates a lot of ball. I thought Seaman came in and played down back and did a solid job. So it probably creates a challenge for when Rory gets back fit, hopefully, which is next week.
You seem to fumble a lot early in the game, right at the start. What was it? Just conditions, or?
Oh, it's a combination. As I said, it's a combination of some pressure and conditions. I don't think it wasn't crisp and dry. It was a little bit slippery, the ball at times. But as I said, real credit to Collingwood. There's a lot of pressure on that game, and it was a sort of finals type sort of pressure around there. I think they laid nearly 100 tackles, so it was we were in a game at times. We're probably guilty of overusing it, but that's sometimes forced on you by the fact that the pressure's arriving.
Tom, 12-4 now. Do you have to sort of reassess your goals for the season?
Well, I think you look at the 12 wins and you'd say that in general 12 wins is sort of gets you into a position where you're likely to play finals. So I guess that's the first target. And from now we'll look at what does that look like going forward. But the reality is that we've got Geelong next Saturday night, and in order to to get as best a spot you can in the finals, we've got to keep winning games of footy, and the rest sort of takes care of itself.
As that finals berth becomes a reality, is it important, or how beneficial, I guess, is it to get those runs, like you said, the finals-like intensity with the tackling pressure and whatnot?
Oh, I think as I said, every game, and I said it all year, every game gives you a real opportunity to learn, and you learn something different every week. And sometimes you learn some things which are really positive and great, and we can reflect on those. And sometimes you learn some things that you go, well, we need to keep tweaking away here. I thought tonight, in particular, our defensive sort of actions held up really strongly. There's a couple of phases in the game where there was times where they were using the kick, and other times where they were handballing at us, and I thought we held up really strongly there, which they kicked 10 goals, I think, for the game. So there's some positives out of that. Some of our ball movement on the other side was, we probably a bit, and it's probably a bit unusual for us. I think our ball movement's been pretty strong all year, but tonight we missed some targets and we took some wrong options. So we'll look at that and we'll work on it.
Everyone knew tonight that if you won, you'd be second. This round. Did you talk about that during the week? How not to look ahead, too far ahead, or do you talk about the pressure of the finals?
We talk about Collingwood. We talk about the game straight in front of us, and that's really all we can deal with them. And we had a really great occasion tonight. Obviously, Scott Thompson's 300th. We had 50,000 plus fans that we haven't been. I think we've had one game in the last 5 weeks here with the bye and everything else, and so it was fantastic to see our members and supporters get out and get behind not only the team but obviously Scott on a special night for him. And it was fantastic for our guys to be able to recognise him as we did during the week, but then also reward him with a really solid win tonight.
Did you make much of the milestone tonight, or?
No, not so much tonight. We spoke about it yesterday. We had a little video tribute for Tomo yesterday. Spoke about his journey, if you like, through the club, and his sort of standing, if you like, not only in the game but in our club and the history and what he stands for. And he's influential in the locker room as a guy who's clearly played 300 games, but the way he's played it and the style he's played it in really sets a great, strong example for a lot of our younger guys coming through. So it was great to be able to play the way we did and get a win for him.
Your ball movement into the forward line, is that still a little bit of a work in progress?
Well, we'll have a look at it. I'll have a look at it on the review, but we've been pretty effective all year in that area. So again, it was a question of whether it was a combination of conditions, pressure, but I think it's probably been more of hopefully a one-off for us in terms of the way we generally move the ball throughout the year.
That tackling pressure that Collingwood brought tonight, do you think that's something you have to get used to as sides look at ways to shut your run down as a team?
Yeah, look, I think that's finals footy. I mean, finals footy is contested footy. I thought we were really strong in the contest tonight. I think our numbers stacked up pretty well. But that's how the game's played at the at the top end and finals type pressure. So it's a great dress rehearsal for us. And again, we'll look at it, we'll learn from it, and we'll say, well, how do we do it maybe slightly better next time? But that said, I thought we were still at a really strong and high level.
8 in a row. Last team to beat you was Geelong. Huge challenge this Saturday night, and I suppose going down there to try and rectify that. Yeah,
look, and historically they've been very strong at their home ground. I don't know how many games they've lost over there in the last 3 or 4 years. So another great test, and as I say each week, this competition doesn't allow you to rest because every game's got its challenges, and tonight was unique, and not unique, but tonight was another test. Our guys came through, which is great, and so we recover and we prepare and we'll plan and we'll get ready to go and tackle Geelong next Saturday.
Will Rory Laird play next week?
We're hopeful at this point, yeah.
How do you fit him in the side? Because I thought Henderson played really well too.
Yeah, Henderson was very strong down back. So, yeah, it becomes a challenge. It's a nice position to be in. We've got guys who are in the side playing well and guys who are outside the side playing well, or guys who are injured looking to get back in. So that's one of the challenges of match committee and assessing the whole list and how we're travelling and the opponent we're going to face.
There was so much made of the Dangerfield thing last time that the stakes will probably outweigh that a bit this time. But did that distract your side at all, do you think, in the build-up to that game last time?
No, I don't think so.
Injury was?
Injury free.
Yeah, all clear. Thanks, guys.